Hi, my name's Victoria from Victoria Fit Personal Training. I wanted to jump on here today and say hello and give you a few key pointers, especially for anyone that does any cycling or if you do any running as well. I've seen a lot of runners out there. So if you do either of those things, these are going to be really helpful hints and tips to be able to help you release your calves and also your foot as well. So when it comes to cycling or running, a lot of people can get really tight calves. With our calf muscle, it is made up with a number of different muscles. If the soleus, which is the muscle that sits underneath the larger muscle, so you've got the gastrocnemius, which is the top muscle, the big one that's here. Underneath that, you've got another muscle which is called the soleus. With that one, if it gets tight, it's very hard to get to. So generally foam rolling is fantastic to be able to release any tight spots. But that one's difficult to get to if it's underneath the calf muscle. So I'm going to give you a little key pointer to get to that one in just a moment, and then we're going to move on to how to release different points in the sole of your foot. So let's get started. First one, you can use a dowel rod or a broomstick or whatever you have, just a rod at home. When you come down, have it behind you, hold on to it, bring it down to your ankles. Now we're going to roll it forward. Now as we're rolling it forward, we want to be pushing our weight, our upper body weight down onto the pole. As you're pushing it forward, you're really going to feel that sink into your calf muscle. So just roll forward. You're going to roll it as far as you can without lifting up. Once you can't, you'll get to a spot where you can't roll it any further. Once you get to there, because we haven't come all the way to where the end of our calf muscle is, we're going to lift up and roll a little bit further, sit back down, lift up again, and continue that all the way to the end of the muscle. Right up into the crease there. Once you've got there, lift up, bring it back to the bottom, and then repeat that. It's a really fantastic one if your calf is tight, so feel free to use that. I think you'll enjoy it. Another one that you can use, so with the soles of our feet, especially for anyone that has had any plantar fasciitis or something, you've got your plantar fascia that comes all the way underneath the sole of your foot. This can also be helpful if you wear high heels a lot, if you feel that if you want more mobility as well. This is another helpful thing that you can do. So with mobility, if you're looking at squatting, so if you're at the squat rack, for example, at the gym, or even squatting in general, if you're finding that you're getting stuck with your range of motion and you're not coming down as low, if you roll out your feet the way I'm going to show you in just a moment before you're squatting, then you'll find that you've got a lot more mobility because your foot will be more in connection with the ground, and it will allow you to then come down further. So this one can be used if you want more mobility in your squats, whether that be body weight squats, squats under the squat rack, whether it be goblet squats. There's so many different variations. This helps with all of your different types of squats to get that extra range of motion. And also, if you wanted to just release that muscle, if it's feeling tight, if you're wearing high heels, any of those things. So to get started, all you need, I've got like a roller here, but you can also use a can from the like a can of food from the cupboard. If you don't have one of these, you can also use a dumbbell. So that's something else that you can use if you have one of those. So whichever you feel more comfortable with. What you're going to do is keep your weight up, put the just above your toes here, and you're going to roll forward Now, as I'm rolling forward on the floor on this foot, I'm actually transferring my weight in that direction as well. So I want to lean forward and put a lot of weight onto that as I come all the way and roll it all the way out. And then come back light softly and then add your weight again. Come all the way out. Now I'm doing that just on the middle of my foot with my foot centered. Now I'm going to tilt my foot to the side slightly. So lifting up my big toe and doing more the outside of my foot. And I'm going to do the same thing all the way out, all the way back in. And again, you can do 3 to 6 on each side, depending on how tight it is. Now we're going to roll to the other side of the foot. So bring your big toe into the middle and you're rolling the arch all the way out and back in. And again. So there are a few handy tips that you can use. Hope they help you out. It's as easy as ABC. Enjoy. Have a good day. Bye.